Good afternoon guys, welcome back to the channel. Chris Dennis here, putting specialist and short game performance coach. As you will see by the weather, we are getting closer to the season. What we're going to be looking at today is we're going to look at a little bit of short game. It is getting closer and closer to the season. Courses, especially in the UK, especially here at Waterfront, starting to dry up. We're getting different lies around the greens and we need to start making sure even our wedges are correct for the golf course we are playing, what kind of lofts we need, what kind of grinds we need, and that's what's going to be on tomorrow's video, a big chat about what is grind and understanding what grind are. I know a lot of people go in to buy wedges and it's just a case of, oh, that one looks good, that fits my set, that will do. You buy some new clubs, you get everything fitted properly, and then at the end at the wedges you just go, well, if my pitching wedge is 48, I'll have a 52, 56 and 60. Perfect, thanks, get those ordered. But we need to come down and around the greens before we start to play, and this is a time now for you to bring down the golf ball you are going to be using for the season ahead. So very much a time to make sure you've got a golf ball that you feel comfortable with around the greens, because a lot of times I see people, well, I get a good golf ball for tee, my driver, I'm getting a little bit more ball speed, but around the green I have no kind of touch. It feels very clicky. Well, this is unfortunately, as an everyday golfer, we're going to miss quite a lot of greens in a round of golf. So then from there we need a ball that we are comfortable with around. So today we're going to go around and play a couple of different lies and show you what to expect when we're coming into the season. You will see we are making some renovations to Waterfront. Down on the coaching green here at Waterfront, we're making some changes, and you'll see very much similar to your golf course, a lot of top dressing, a lot of sand on the golf course at the moment, trying to get the greens ready, trying to get your surrounds ready, even potentially in your fairways. And that's something that I see a lot of people struggle with. They don't know how the ball is going to come off, and we start to panic. So here I'm going to go for this short-sided shot straight away off here. It's about trusting the loft and trusting the shot you've got. The sand is there, we're not going to try and play it like a bunker shot. A lot of times I'll see people, they slow down into the golf ball, it snags, then the ball comes off a lot slower, doesn't quite reach the green, and they're not trusting what they're trying to play. So as we're going back into the season, very much taking your time to pick the right landing zone, pick the club for the shot. The green here is a little bit higher up. I also know there's a lot of sand on the green because, like I said, it's the same as your greens at this time of year. They will have been top dressed. So the ball is not going to run out as much as I thought. So what I need to be able to do here is either think, right, do I want to get something that's going to run out a little bit even though I'm short-sided, or do I want to carry it a little bit further and hope it lands softly on the sand? I'm going to go for the first option. We could carry it further and we could play a more high tariff shot. But again, it's the start of the season. Have we hit many chips? Have we been out there? Are we used to these kind of lies? It's a little bit firmer, but there's some sand on there. Are we going to be trusting that shot? Am I going to commit 100%? Or am I able to get the 52 degree, be able to get that ball landing a little bit closer to me so I'm more confident in hitting that landing zone and then letting it run up to the hole? So what I have been seeing recently from lessons around the green is that we get a little bit, like I said, tentative, but also trying to manipulate shots, so not trusting the loft we've got. To get the shot we desire, what we want to be doing is trusting the loft I've got in my hand, making sure my setup is good, and then from there, maintain your speed and get that ball going. First chip of the day, ran out a little bit, carried further than I wanted to, so I would then have another go, nice and easy. I know, right, I can just shorten that backswing a little bit and that's going to be good. But I'd rather be past the hole on this kind of shot and having a put back than I would be duffing it, fatting it into this front bit here, into the short of the green, and I've got to play the same shot from a sandy lie. So same again, make sure my setup's good. I know I don't need as big a motion. Landing just on the green, much better. And you will say, yes, second time it is easier. Yes, it is, but this is why we are practicing. I want to make sure that I've picked the best shot there for this. What I might do then is, whilst you're down here, is play your 56 or play your 60. If you're somebody who would play your 60 from here, James Robinson definitely would. Let's play two shots with that club and let's see which was the most consistent. So I'm going to need a little bit of a longer swing here. It's carried further. Carried further was pretty good, but I couldn't rely on the bounce. It did kick on a little bit there, so I need to go probably a little bit higher, which also means a little bit more swing. and you'll see there I've played 2 shots with each club, and the percentage shot has worked out at the 52. So taking my time, even though I'm below the green and I'm short-sided, because of the conditions, because of the sand, because of the greens being top dressed, I can play something that gets the ball running, I can make a smaller motion, and I can be more consistent. So you have to be thinking here, guys, when you come down to practice, bring your wedges, play the same shot with different wedges and see which one works out. Don't just pick one and go, well, one was good, one was bad. Let's hit a couple with each club, let's see which was the easiest, let's see which one you are the most comfortable with. So when you get this shot on the golf course, which unfortunately we are going to get more times than not, we're able to pick the right club for the situation. Especially at this time of the season, we want to go into the season with confidence, be chipping well, happy with what we're doing, and not being very tense around the green and turning a lot of up and down chances into 2, 3, even 4 shots from here. If we duff one, then don't get it on, and then we're adding the score up each time. So let's go and play some different lies around the green. Let's talk through those and see which is the percentage shot. The next lie we've got is totally opposite of what we've just done. So we're now above the green. We've got another short-sided shot, which I seem to be favouring this morning. And here we've got a little bit of sand that was left over from the top dressing, it seems. But a very good example of if we was finished behind a bunker, we've got to chip over something, or whether there's a sprinkler head here. We're trying to get this ball to land on the green, so over this sand, over a sprinkler head. So we need to think of what club we're wanting to use. A lot of people here think straight away, I'm behind, I'm above, I need loft, I'm on a downslope, I need loft, I need to go to my highest club, I need to go to my 60. And what they do is they catch it straight under the ball, into here, don't get the distance. The opposite then, they lean back a little bit to try and help the loft, and they send it straight over onto the other side of the green where we just were. We've changed our setup a little bit to get with the slope. So again, going around and playing different lies is one of the big things I would recommend for practicing. We've had an uphill lie, we've had a short-sided shot, we've now got a downhill lie. I wouldn't just stand on the perfectly manicured practice tee and just hit off flat lies. Realistically, on the round of golf, we're not going to have many flat lies. We're going to have to be able to do all the different lies that we can face on the golf course. So getting a ball above the feet, ball below, all different shots, and practicing those is going to be more beneficial than just hitting flat shots. So 52 here I've started with. So again, I'm opening the 52 up because we can do that. And we're going to see if we can get that to land on the green and be able to stop. So you can see there, landed it on the green. It will have ran off camera, and that's gone to around about 8 feet, and I would say that was a pretty good strike, so I couldn't do much more. I can open that up a little bit more. Again, I've lofted that onto the green, but because of the loft I can't get it to stop quick enough. That one's ran out even further, even though it landed shorter. So I'm going to go now to my middle wedge. Obviously, well, it's my middle wedge, it is actually my highest wedge because I don't have a 60 or a 58. But for you, 56 or 54 might be your middle club, your middle wedge. Yeah, we can open that up and see how we can get a little bit more loft. You see how that's landed much softer. Hopefully that stayed just about on the screen there. But that's at around about 4 feet. So much more loft, landed a lot softer, but I've played the same motion. You can see very much there on that one, a lot higher off that wedge. So straight away, just picking the correct wedge, we are downhill. Practice something where you've got to land it on that. I have landed it on a downslope, and I wouldn't normally suggest that. If there was no sand there, we would be bump and running that. But let's practice shots that we might have a sprinkler head, because we always end up somehow behind a sprinkler head. The chances are very slim, but it seems to happen far too often. But picking the right club, landing it on the green, a very tough shot there, but it's not just a flat lie. Your flat lie, yes, I'm not against practicing on a flat lie, but that should be very much for technique. So over the next couple of weeks, guys, next week I'll be doing another video like this, playing different lies around the green, playing a little bit of longer shots and seeing what kind of clubs we want to take. But start to get around your practice area. Think about the greens, think about if they've been top dressed. Think about around the edge of the greens if they've been top dressed. Commit to your shots, commit to what club you've chose, and don't try and manipulate them. Pick the club, trust the shot, and then you'll be a lot more confident around the greens, guys. So hopefully that's helped you out. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this series as we come back into the season. I know one of my lessons, Richard messaged me yesterday saying their first comp off the whites is this coming Saturday. So good luck to Richard. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed that, and we'll see you again later in the week.